These top 7 buttercream hacks will help you become a pro at making the perfect cake. You will learn a quick and easy buttercream recipe for cake decorating, as well as the little tips and tricks only the pros know about. So let's get started. The first tip is to use the right buttercream recipe. Now, Italian and Swiss meringue buttercream recipes are great, but they're so complicated to make. So I'm going to show you quick and simple 2-ingredient buttercream that'll get you on your way to cake decorating. First up, we need 4 sticks of unsalted butter, and we need it to be softened just so that it gives. I usually freeze my butter and microwave it in 30-second intervals until it becomes just soft enough. Then all you have to do is mix it on high speed with an electric mixer until it becomes nice and fluffy and it almost turns pale white in color. This only takes about 2 to 3 minutes on high speed, and you should get this nice glossy whipped butter. Now all you have to do is open a can of condensed milk and add it directly to the buttercream and whisk it on high again for 1 to 2 minutes until it all comes together. This buttercream is so fluffy and delicious, and it's the same texture as any meringue-based buttercream. Now to flavor it, all I do is add a small pinch of salt, a little bit of vanilla, and I'm ready to go. You can see how nice and glossy this buttercream is, and also it holds its shape when I hold the spatula upside down. If you make a batch of buttercream and you find that your buttercream is not holding its shape and it's too loose, then all you have to do is sift in just a little bit of powdered sugar until you get the texture that you're looking for. Add about a 1/4 cup of powdered sugar to each batch and whisk it on high speed. Instead of powdered sugar, you could also just pop this batch of buttercream in the fridge for just a few minutes and re-whisk until it reaches the perfect consistency. Added too much powdered sugar and now your buttercream's too stiff? Well, all you have to do is add a tablespoon of milk at a time and whisk on high. This next tip is probably one of my favorites. Often when you make buttercream, you can get yellow buttercream because the butter itself is yellow. To fix this issue, all you need is a little bit of blue or violet gel color. You just want to dip the end of a toothpick into the gel color and add just the smallest amount to brighten and whiten up your buttercream. Using a toothpick, make sure that we're not using too much of this blue or violet gel color, or else our entire buttercream will get to be that color as well. Mix on high speed with an electric mixer, and you'll be able to see the difference yourself. Want to make some vivid colors with your buttercream? Well, there are a few tips and tricks for that as well. First of all, you want to start off by using gel food coloring. It creates much brighter buttercream than any water-based food coloring ever will. But even with gel food coloring, after adding a couple of drops, the buttercream will no longer change its shade, meaning that it will look like it has absorbed all the color it can, and adding any more just doesn't seem to make a big difference. So to make this buttercream more vivid, all we have to do is microwave the buttercream in 5-second intervals for a total of 15 to 20 seconds until it slowly starts to change its color. After microwaving, let the buttercream sit in a cool place for about 15 minutes. The color will start to develop and get brighter with time. This first before and after is after microwaving. This is what the buttercream looks like after it has sat around for about 30 minutes. You can see that the colors are much more vivid than before. Want to take your decorations to the next level? Why not make a dual color buttercream? You can do this by adding 2 different colors of buttercream to 2 different piping bags. Once you have those ready to go, cut off the tips of each bag and add them to a bigger bag with the piping tip that you're wanting to decorate with. This will give you 2 shades of buttercream in each of your decorations. Looking for an impressive but easy cake decorating technique? Well, a buttercream rose is the way to go. It looks more complicated than it is, but it's really very simple. Using a large petal tip, hold the wide end down and make a small dollop in the middle. Then make a small cone on top of that dollop, and then just make small little rainbows tightly fitted together all around the center of the rose. This might look complicated and messy at first, but I promise if you keep going, it'll look like a beautiful buttercream rose. In fact, sometimes the messier the piping is, the more rustic and more beautiful the rose sometimes turns out. Just be sure to hold the tip with the wide end down and upright as you're piping. And you'll have a beautiful buttercream rose with little to no effort. Here's another look at one of the other roses I created using a beautiful mauve buttercream. If you like these hacks or if you'd like to see part 2, please be sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment below as to what you'd like to see next. Until then, I'll see you in the next video. Bye!